First thoughts when you stepped into the stadium?
It's awe-inspiring. It's absolutely spectacular. I drove in from the airport. It's such a massive structure. You can see it from far away. Then I got in here early. Fans were here an hour before the game. It just is absolutely incredible. It's a very exciting day for me, for the league.
You were very optimistic the first game. You had a lot of high hopes. What does the turnout by the fans and the performance in the United States for the league in general and Atlanta?
Well, I want to start by saying it wasn't that long ago that we were looking at an expansion strategy where we wanted to get into the Southeast generally. Our southernmost team was DC United. We were able to expand in Orlando, which has been a great success, and then we met with Arthur, who was so bullish about this city, about this market. And I have to tell you, we were skeptical at first. And Arthur kind of looked at us all from the league office to our owners and said, Atlanta's a great city, it's going to be a great soccer market. My city will turn out for a great team with a great brand. And he's over-delivered. I think some of the stats are just incredible. This team in 6 days will have, I think, more than 150,000 people come to 3 soccer matches. So there's all sorts of records being broken, and it's a great testament to Arthur's vision, his execution, because I think you need to be able to deliver on your plan, not just have a great plan. He's got a terrific organization, and Darren and Steve Cannon, and it's a good moment for all of us in MLS.
What does this mean for the league? How does this advance the league?
I think it says that there are really no limits. We never expected this to happen. Arthur did, and I think Darren and the staff did. But we've been in the soccer business a long time, and I think we're continuing to have experiences like this that are defying everybody's expectations, and it defied mine. So when I come in here and I'm on the field and looking at the supporters section and the spike ceremony and the supporters, I want to remind myself to suck it in, take a deep breath, and remember that, this is, I think, the beginning of even greater things to happen in our league. So,
who's going to break the record next?
I don't know. Let's get this record broken. This obviously is a record-setting game for a regular season MLS match. I think they're tracking to break our average season attendance. They're tracking to break the record the Cosmos had back in the 70s, which was a different era and a different place and time in soccer in America. So let's get all those records broken and worry about the next one.
The record was broken between 2 teams from the South. And in Tennessee, for example, we had 2 soccer matches with huge crowds. Do you think the Southeast can expand for more teams in the near future?
Well, I'm not going to comment on whether there'll be future expansion marks. I will say it's a great statement about what's going on in this part of the country. These are cities that have become incredibly diverse, very young, very millennial driven. There's lots of companies moving down there. There's just a demographic shift happening and a new energy that you feel in the South and the Southeast. It's exciting. So, Orlando's certainly doing a terrific job. We're hoping to be able to expand to Miami and figuring that out over the next couple of years.
How do you analyze the video assistant? How do you analyze the...
I feel really good about it. I think the early reviews have been strong, and I've been very impressed with the group. Howard Webb, if you haven't seen the video, he's posted on our website. He's doing a great job leading it.
When you look at the...
Well, it's interesting. It's a great question. And the good thing about being new and trying to figure it out as you go along is you have a specific plan. And then there are times you have to modify that plan. I think good business leaders and good businesses, don't just get stuck in their previous strategies, but try to evolve and see how things develop. We really wanted a soccer stadium here, and Arthur said, hey, this stadium I'm going to build is going to be the best in the world. It's going to be world class. We're going to fill it up. And he did. So I don't know that changes our point of view in any other market, but certainly when I see what's happening here and in Seattle and Manhattan, that we have stadiums that can have 70,000 people.
When it comes to the unified bid between U.S., Mexico, and Canada, how does stadiums like Mercedes-Benz Stadium give this unified bid extra push?
Listen, that process is just starting. As you know, there are 40 or 41 cities. Atlanta is a great soccer market. I don't think there's any question that this is a city that supports the sport. So I would expect that they'd be high on the list for the World Cup bid when that process gets finalized. But there's so many other cities. We could host the World Cup, tomorrow if we needed to. This country has become a soccer nation, and now Atlanta is kind of one of the leading cities in that soccer nation. So I would feel pretty good about it if I were, the city leaders.
Thoughts on Atlanta hosting the All-Star game possibly next season?
Possibly. We've got some work to do. We're spending a lot of time thinking about that. I think it would be a great market to host our All-Star game. We sold out Soldier Field in Chicago over the summer, and if we were going to hold it here, I would expect we break the record.
Is Atlanta United the story of the year?
It is. I think it's the story of pro sports, and I'm proud to say that. I think the stadium will be the stadium of the year in our industry. I think this team will be the team of the year. It ought to be. I think it's proving that it's defying everybody's expectations as to what soccer could be in this market, what the stadium could look like, and I look forward to seeing the roof open. I'm not going to be at the game tomorrow, but I want to point something else out for your city. I mean, many of you are local. You're not. You've got a concert going on with 150,000 or so people, with the Braves playing. You have a sold-out stadium tomorrow. You have a sold-out stadium today. What a great stadium for people, a statement about this city for people who live in this market. So I think there'll be more and more big events happening here.
Did you hear the Viking clap?
I did. I think it's pretty cool. I videoed it.
Okay.
I sent it to our bunch of the guys that I work with, and I sent it to our social team. These kinds of things get us really pumped up. To see a fan soccer supporter culture in a market that didn't have an MLS team until now. It's got some soccer history. I was at an investment conference over the weekend, and people were talking about MLS. I had one gentleman who pulled me aside, and he said, "Don't just walk up to Arthur Suite. Be sure you walk around the concourses and see the energy that's going on in the stadium." And I did that. It was good.
If you had to,
2 minutes of the second half, guys.
if you had to pick one best practice that Atlanta United has put in that you would recommend to any expansion candidates, what would that be?
It is a top-down and bottom-up commitment to making this team the best professional sports team in the country, not just the best soccer team. They really, really wanted this club to represent what's great about Atlanta, what's great about Arthur and his family, what's great about their brand and what that brand represents, Unite and Conquer. They did everything right. They got on it a couple of years early. They built a good brand. They built a good stadium. They hired the right people. They brought in a great coach. They signed a bunch of great young players, and I think that's a blueprint for success. You can't do that in every market. You don't have 2 years to build your team, but many of our expansion markets will have that runway, and we ought to be able to deliver this for us.
Atlanta plays on the turf instead of the grass. Do you think that's the future of soccer, maybe moving to turf?
No, I don't think it's the future. I think it depends on what works in every market. But certainly it's working well here. But I don't think it's the future. I don't think it's a trend.